Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Maryann and I'm a homeschool mom of 2 kids going into grades 2 and grade 6 this September, in a couple weeks actually. Today I'm going to be talking to you all about homeschool morning journals. I honestly have no idea if I coined this or not. I don't think I did. I probably didn't. But I have no idea where I heard of the idea or how I came up with it. I feel like I just sort of pieced it together from different things that I was seeing and hearing. And we've turned it into something of our own, and I'm going to share it with you. It has really been a game changer in our homeschool. And if you find in your homeschool, if you find your kids are kind of slow in the morning, they're like, oh, I don't want to do school today or whatever, this is a fantastic way to get them excited to start their day and to set the homeschool day off on the right foot and with the right attitude. It's not a magic pill. It's not going to fix everything. I would never claim that because that doesn't exist. But it really has helped us in our homeschool. So I'm going to share exactly what homeschool morning journals are, how you can use them, and how they can transform your homeschool as well. Okay, so first of all, I need to have my coffee. This is my awesome homeschool. Says I'm a homeschool mom, like a regular mom, only much cooler. I feel like it gives me a little mojo in my morning. I should probably put this down, otherwise I'm going to spill it. All right, so first things first, what are morning journals? What the heck am I talking about? So you've heard a lot about journaling and, people say to journal in the morning, whether it's a prayer journal or whatever. This isn't exactly that. So morning journals are meant for kids. I mean, you as the mom can absolutely do one. I personally don't, although it might be a nice idea to start. Basically, what it is exactly as it sounds. So it's a journal. We use just basic scribblers. These are the basic Hilroy scribblers. You can get them on Amazon. You can get them at any store. This is all we use. And we always have our breakfast and Bible time first. So we do our devotional while we have our breakfast, and then we pray, and then we go into our morning journal time. So the kids each have one of these, and I usually give them a half an hour or so. Sometimes it runs longer, sometimes it's shorter. But it is just a time for them to write down whatever they want. I give them no direction. I don't correct their work. I'm not editing it, nothing like that. This is not an assignment. This is a time for them to be creative. And even your younger children can do this. I have a son who is 6. He's just starting to learn how to write. He still needs help with all his words. He draws pictures. And he's been doing these morning journals now for probably a year and a half. So he started when he was 4, and he just drew pictures, and then he would dictate to me what he wanted to write, and I would write it down for him. So these can be all sorts of things, such as something your kid is excited about, what they did yesterday, what they're going to do later today, anything at all. Draw pictures to go along with it. They can put whatever they want in it. That's the whole idea. This is their creative time. You're not telling them what to do. But the reason why this has been such a game changer is because we make it fun. And there's a few ways that we can do that. And so because it's fun, the kids are excited to do it. So when they know that they get to start their homeschool day doing their favorite thing, which is morning journals, I honestly very rarely hear my kids say, oh, I don't want to do anything today, because they know they get to do their morning journals, and we've turned it into this fun activity. So I'm going to share with you what we do. And if you decide to do this in your own home, then maybe you can comment and tell me the things that you guys have incorporated into your morning journal time, because every family is different. What I do may not be right for you and vice versa. So don't feel like you have to do it exactly the way we do, but these are the things that we have developed over time as part of our morning journal tradition, and my kids love them, so I'm going to share them with you now. So we have been doing morning journals, like I said, about a year and a half, close to 2 years. So this is the stack of completed morning journals that my kids have done. Now, one thing you'll notice, I'll take this top one. One thing that we do is I allow my kids to decorate their morning journals with stickers They can decorate them however they want. This one here was my daughter's. I've got one, this was my son's. He has, you know, dog stickers, truck stickers, some Super Mario stickers on there. They customize their morning journals however they want because it's their journal. And I want them to feel a sense of ownership to this. So get out the craft supplies, let them have fun with it. This was my son's first one ever. He still is a big Thomas the Train fan, so he has a bunch of Thomas stickers on there. But just let them customize their journals however they want. So tip number 1 that I'm giving you for these is art supplies. They can customize the outside, but also part of their creativity in their morning journal time will be drawing a picture. Or in the case of my kids, they love to create borders with tape. I'll show you. So for example, they take decorative, like art tape. I don't know what you'd call it, but like tape that has a design, and they make a border around the page. Here, we cut out a picture. He dictated to me, this is my son's, he dictated to me what he wanted me to write, and then he wrote his name. My daughter has a lot, you know, stuff like this, right? Where she's done her write-up, she's done a picture, she has a border. This is a major artsy, creative time. It's not a serious thing. They have so much fun with it. So tip number 1, and something that we do, is bring out the art supplies. I don't recommend paints because you're going to ruin your journal. Stuff is going to soak through to the other pages, unless you have like those little like marker paints or something where it dries almost instantly. So I wouldn't do paints with this, but you can do, we have markers and crayons and colored pencils and all sorts of tape and stickers and all that stuff. So that's a part of our morning journal time pretty much all the time. So have that stuff available to your kids and just let them have at it. Tip number 2 requires coffee sip number 2. All right, so the next thing that I always incorporate into our morning journal time is music. We love music. We're a very musical family. So after we finish our devotional and our prayer time, we've put together what we call a homeschool playlist on Spotify, where we've all added songs that we love. And I'll put our homeschool playlist on and just let it play in the background. And it creates an atmosphere. You know, music really does set the mood. And so we get our music on, the kids start doing their morning journals, they start doing their pictures or whatnot, and it just feels good. It's not a stressful kind of dull time where they're dreading their schoolwork or they have to do this or they have to do that. No, it's a nice environment. It's fun. It's cozy. And they love it. So music makes a difference. So if you like music, put together a playlist. Let your kids have input. My kids have added songs that, to be honest, I don't really like. I find them kind of annoying, such as Baby Shark. That's my son's favorite. However, for him, I will listen to Baby Shark as long as he's doing his morning journal. So don't be too controlling. Let them have a say in it. You know, this too shall pass. Eventually, my son will not like Baby Shark and will not want to listen to it anymore, and that will be a day of glory. Let me tell you that. All right, so number 3, the third thing that I like to incorporate into our morning journal time is a snack, because you know that kids are always hungry. My son, he'll have breakfast, and 5 minutes later, he wants a snack. Actually, we're lucky if we make it 5 minutes, to be honest. Give them a snack, something healthy. I do not recommend giving them junk food or anything like that at the beginning of your school day, but give them something healthy for them to snack on. My kids, I find when they have something to snack on, it just kind of, I don't know what the science is about it, but they're just happier. It's like if you feed them, they're happier. So I give them a little snack, and we have the music on, they have their art supplies, and they just go to town. So what are the benefits of morning journals? Why should you have your kids do this? Well, it's no secret that journaling just in general has a lot of benefits. But one thing that really prompted me to start was that my daughter has always been a bit of a reluctant writer. It's not her favorite thing. And to give her any sort of a writing assignment, it's tough. She doesn't like it. Sometimes she gets emotional about it and it can be stressful. And I don't want her to associate writing with negative feelings. So for our family and for her in particular, morning journals were a way to encourage her to write without the pressure of knowing that mom is going to check it or mom is going to edit it and correct everything. This is her time. And let me tell you, over the last couple years of her doing these morning journals, where she started to where she is now, and the ability to write a story and, do her paragraphing and even her spelling, it has gotten so much better because, as you know, when you practice your writing, you get better. But she's doing it in a way that is low pressure and it's fun, so she feels relaxed. So if you have a reluctant writer, this could be an amazing way to get that child to start writing and get rid of those feelings of negativity. Another really awesome benefit of morning journals is that journaling actually will help to improve your child's emotional intelligence. If they start learning at a young age how to put how they think and how they feel into words on paper, it gives them an outlet to express themselves and to express how they're feeling. And it's hard for kids to put words to their feelings. A lot of the times when you ask them, well, what's going on? Or why are you feeling this way? They can't articulate that. But if they practice that in their journaling, they're going to learn how to verbalize that. And I've seen it. I am no psychologist. I'm no doctor. I am just a homeschool mom. But I'm a mom who pays close attention to my kids. And I have seen that morning journals have helped them be able to express their feelings. And I just think that that's like an added bonus I didn't even know was going to happen. Now, you might be thinking, well, I like this idea, but I know my kids and I know that they're going to stare at me with blank faces saying, well, what do I write about? I have no idea what to put in this journal. And that's okay. That's okay. There are days when my kids will say that. They'll say, Mom, I don't really know what to write about. I don't have anything to say. And so in those moments, I like to give them just a few little prompts. I never tell them, okay, write about this. I don't do that because as soon as I do that, then they feel like I've given them a writing assignment and it's not fun anymore. And this is meant to be fun. So there are a few prompts that I will give, and I'm going to give you some now to help, maybe it'll help spur some ideas with your own kids if they need them. So I'm going to read from my list. So one thing you could ask your kids is you could say, is there something you're excited for? Because chances are there's something, even if it's months down the road, like Christmas or a birthday. There's something they're excited for. So ask them that, and that might spark an idea in their minds. Another thing that you can ask them is, what is your favorite thing to play with right now? Write about your favorite toy. Maybe they just got a new toy or whatever. That's a great one too. As Christians, another great one is, do you have any prayer requests? Is there anything on your mind that you want to write down, like a prayer? Because that can be really helpful if you have a child going through something or dealing with something. It could turn that into just a little bit of quiet time with them and the Lord. So, suggesting that they write a prayer request is always a great idea. Okay, so some other things I have on my list are, what are your favorite field trips that you've gone on this year so far? In your own words, describe the last book that you read. That's a fun one. If your kids like to read, just have them explain it. Not like a book report, but just have them talk about it if they like to read. Oh, this is a good one. And I've actually done this one with my kids a few times. List 10 positive things about your life that you're thankful for. It's a great way to get them thinking and also to get them into a mindset of thankfulness and gratefulness. So that's a really good one as well. We like to do that one a lot. And then the last idea I have for prompting is, if it's a nice day and if you guys like to go outside, tell your kids to take the morning journals outside, walk around, and use their journal like a little nature study journal. And just walk around and see what they find. And if they find something interesting, write about it. Draw a picture of it in their morning journal. There's so many ways that you can customize this and make it your own and get your kids really involved. It really is such an awesome way to start the day. And I have no idea where I heard of it or how I came up with it, but I just don't know if I can take credit for it. Maybe I can, maybe I can't. I don't know. I know there's a lot of like morning basket stuff. I know Pam Barnhill does a lot of that. She's fantastic. But this isn't a morning basket. This is just a morning journal. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I created it. Maybe I can take the credit. I don't know. The final thing that I will say about morning journals is that sometimes as homeschool moms, I know I do anyway, I'll think about the future and I'll say, like, what will my kids remember about homeschool. You know, I want them to look back and have fond memories. I don't want it to be, you know, I mean, not everything's going to be perfect. I know that. But I want them to have good memories. I want them to have good feelings associated with their homeschool experience. And I know that morning journals have really contributed to my kids enjoying their homeschool experience, because we're not just diving straight into a subject every day. We're taking time. They get to be creative. They get to listen to music. They get to laugh every morning together as a family. We do this. And they talk all the time. In fact, we're gearing up to start our new homeschool year next week. And they've already been saying, I can't wait to start morning journals again. It's so exciting. Like, they love their morning journal time. And if I ever try to take it away from them, because there have been some mornings where we're rushed, we have things going on, and I say, guys, we're going to skip morning journals this morning. That does not go over well. They're like, no, Mom, don't we? They love their morning journals. And I think about their future when they're adults, and they're going to look back and say, hey, remember doing those morning journals together? Let's go find those. And I'm a sentimental person, so I like to think about those things. But I do think that this is helping to just cement a really good, positive, just lots of good, positive memories for my kids. And I love that. So I don't think we're going to be stopping morning journals anytime soon. So to end this now, I'm going to give you just a little bit of encouragement. I know that homeschooling is amazing, and I also know that it's kind of hard. And there are days when the kids just don't want to do anything. There's days when we don't want to do anything. I totally get it. But this time that you have with your children is so worth it. Don't let bad days spoil it for you. There's going to be bad days. Don't let that ruin it, okay? Change things up on those days if you have to, but stay the course. Your kids are only going to be kids once. My kids will only be kids once, and I don't want to waste this time with them. I love being able to pour into their life on a daily basis and be a part of their life on a daily basis and have them in their best moments of the day. They're not away from me for 8 hours, 6 to 8 hours a day, in their best moments and just coming home to me tired. I get to have them for those moments and see them through all these milestones. It's such a wonderful thing. So if you're not homeschooling yet, I encourage you to try it. If you are homeschooling but you're feeling weary, I get it. I totally get it. We've all been there. Take a break, rest, and then get back to it. Maybe change things up, maybe bring in some fun like morning journals. Do whatever you need to do, but I encourage you to just stick with it. Homeschooling is a journey, and we're all on our own journeys here. No two homeschools are going to look the same, and that's okay. That's how it should be. Don't compare yourself to me or to anybody else out there. Do what feels good for your family. Love your kids. Spend time with your kids, and just let all the stress and pressures go that you might be holding on to, because they will weigh you down and they will steal your joy. So please let them go and just have fun with your kids. So I really hope that you will give morning journals a try. I do have a couple blog posts written up on my website that I will link in the description below that go into even more detail about morning journals, how you can incorporate them into your own homeschool, and things that we do. So if you'd like to read more about it, I will link those in the description and you can check that out. But that's all for today. Thank you so much for being here again, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks. Bye.